against you was based on assumption, and what you're doing is now also based on assumption. So you're actually now equally sinful. You can't start a rumor in reaction to a rumor. You know? So Allah kept the name private. He didn't mention the name. Allah said, by the way, I know who started it, and I'll take care of it. Now let's get back to the story. فَقَدِمْتُ شَهْرًا فَقَدِمْنَا الْمَدِينَةِ We got back to Medina. By the way, did Aisha hear him make the comment? She has no idea the comment was made. She's coming from a distance. فَاشْتَكَيْتُ حِينَ قَدِمْتُ شَهْرًا I got really sick for an entire month when I got back to Medina. Allah's qadr was that she got so sick, she couldn't even get out of bed. So she's completely bedridden, extremely sick. The rumor is spreading like wildfire, and she says, وَالنَّاسُ يُفِيدُونَ فِي قَوْلِ أَصْحَابِ الْإِفْكِ And people are completely divulged. Everybody's talking about the rumor. The scandal became such a juicy thing for everybody to talk about. Because when, by the way, the Prophet's family is the most public family. And there's no more public figure than Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when a public figure's family matter gets out, then it's like juicy to talk about. So everybody's talking about it. Everybody's engaged in that conversation. She has no idea though, because she's where? She's stuck in bed. But she later on found out that everybody was just, all they were doing was talking about it. The thing is, why didn't the Prophet tell her? Why didn't the nurses who were taking care of her tell her? They didn't tell her because they knew if they told her she's already so sick, she's already so in such a vulnerable state, she might die. So they kept it from her because of concern for her. Now I'll share some more of Allah's commentary. How should we have responded, the people of Medina? Actually, something so important I forgot to tell you that will help you understand this entire story. There are two kinds of sinners in the story. Two kinds of sinners in the story. There's evil people and there's careless people. I'll repeat myself so it gets stuck in your head. There are two kinds of sinners in the story. What are they? Evil people and careless people. Ibn Ubayy is clearly what? Evil. Most people who got involved in this conversation were what? Careless. They were not evil, but they're still held responsible. You don't get off the hook because you're careless. This is a sensitive subject. Somebody's dignity, somebody's character is a sensitive subject. You don't have the luxury of being careless. And we're going to have to learn what does it mean to be careless so you and I can catch ourselves if we are being careless. Okay? He says, لَوْلَا إِذْ سَمِعْتُمُوهُ ظَنَّ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتُ بِأَنفُسِهِمْ خَيْرًا How come it wasn't the case that the very second you heard it, you should have had a better opinion of believing men and believing women? Of the believing men and believing women should have had a better opinion of their own selves. Remarkable ayah. What Allah did not say is important. What He did not say is, how come when you heard it, you didn't give her benefit of the doubt? That's what I expected Allah to say. Allah instead says, how come when you heard it, you didn't give each other benefit of the doubt? How come you didn't give yourselves benefit of the doubt? I gave myself plenty of benefit of the doubt. I thought this was about not giving Aisha the benefit of the doubt. Safwan benefit of the doubt. What comment is Allah making? He's reminding us this ummah is one body. The messenger told us, like this ummah is like one body. When someone's insulting any part of you, they're insulting you. You going after the dignity of a fellow Muslim is actually you going after whose dignity? Your own, according to Allah. Additionally, an additional point made by some scholars, very pertinent, is that she is our mother. When someone insults your mother, there's no difference between them insulting your mother and them insulting you. You should have thought that this is about your mother, it's about yourself. وَقَالُوا هَذَا إِفْكٌ مُبِينٌ This is the hardest lesson to teach in this entire night, so please pay attention. This is, if you remember nothing else, just remember this. For the guys, that's a done deal. Okay. وَقَالُوا هَذَا إِفْكٌ مُبِينٌ If you hear a rumor, it's very reasonable for you to say, listen, we don't have any proof. Until we have proof, we shouldn't pass judgment. Isn't that reasonable? Somebody gives you a rumor like, I think the imam got fired. I don't know anything about this. Until we have any proof, we shouldn't hold judgment. I don't know if it happened, I don't know if it didn't happen. That's fair. That's fair in all other cases. But it's not fair when you're talking about the chastity, the purity of a believing man or a believing woman. If you hear from somebody so-and-so had an affair, or so-and-so has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or something like that, something dirty like that, then what should your response be? Your response should not be, I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's not true, we shouldn't judge. That is wrong. Here's what your response is supposed to be according to Quran. وَقَالُوا هَذَا إِفْكٌ مُبِينٌ. You should have said, this is obviously a lie, an ugly lie. Your response is not, let's find evidence and then we'll decide. Your response is what? I don't want to hear any evidence because Allah is making me say, with evidence or without evidence, this is obviously an ugly lie. Done. The subject is over before it started. There is no investigation. There is no evidence. There is no proof. Nothing. There's no follow-up discussion. In everything else, إِنْ جَاءَكُمْ فَاسِقٌ بِنَبَإٍ فَتَبَيَّنُوا. If a corrupt source comes to you with any kind of information, verify it. In this matter, you don't seek verification. You just say it's a lie, we're dropping it. If it has to do with the character of a Muslim, it's a lie. That's it. Done. Not even, you can't even, and this is Allah angrily saying, how come you didn't say it's a lie to begin with? This is what Allah expects from one Muslim towards another Muslim. How far from that have we come? And Allah says, those who do seek to bring evidence, لَوْلَا جَاءُوا عَلَيْهِ بِأَرْبَعَةِ شُهَدَاءَ. How come they didn't bring 4 witnesses? And if they can't produce 4 witnesses, but I have a picture. But I made a video, I followed them in the mall. You know, look at the screen cap. I actually took a picture of her while she was texting him on the phone. If you zoom in, you can see. Allah says, if you didn't produce 4 witnesses, then as far as Allah is concerned, فَأُولَٰئِكَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ هُمُ الْكَاذِبُونَ. They're the liars as far as Allah is concerned. Proof or no proof, eyewitness or no witness. Unless there's 4 witnesses, and 4 witnesses of the ugliest act itself. You're considered a liar as far as Allah is concerned. Leave people alone. Just leave them alone. Because you don't want to get trouble with Allah. Allah says, وَلَوْلَا فَضْلُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَتُهُ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ لَمَسَّكُمْ فِيمَا أَفَضْتُمْ فِيهِ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. He says, had it not been for a favor Allah has done for you in this life and the next, you would have been hit with a great punishment because of what you just did. Did the companions do kufr? Did they do shirk? Did they defy the Prophet? No, all they were was careless. That's it. That's it. And Allah says, I would have gotten you in this world and in the next, had it not been for a favor on you. So before I go on to the story, I want to share with you just some examples of being careless. You hear something about a girl, university, I heard she was talking to that boy a little too much, something. And you say, how sad, they're such a good family. I hope it's not true. When you say that, I hope it's not true, how sad, they're such a good family, what have you just done? You're careless. What should have been your reaction? That's a lie. No, that's a lie. Just go read Surah An-Nur. This is a lie. Don't bring this up again. That should have been your reaction. When somebody comes and says, have you heard? It's so sad. I hope it's not true. Sometimes women or men hear some disturbing thing and they come home and talk to their husband or wife about it. Don't they? Astaghfirullah, this scandal I heard about, so bad. So horrible. And now, I want to share with you the story of Abu Ayyub. Abu Ayyub loves the Prophet. He's a companion. His wife is Ayyub, the mother of Ayyub. She loves Aisha. She heard the rumor. She came to her husband, because a lot of times a wife, she's bothered, something's bothering her, who's she going to go talk to? Her husband. We don't really listen, but still, they come and talk to us. So, she comes and talks to him and says, أَسَمِعْتَ مَا قِيلَ فِي عَائِشَةَ? Did you hear what they're saying about Aisha? Now when she asked that question, did she mean to slander Aisha? Did she mean to spread a rumor? No. She only brought it up because she was so bothered by it, isn't it? You know what Abu Ayyub did? As soon as he heard the question, even though the question is innocent, Abu Ayyub said, نَعَمْ وَذَلِكَ الْكَذِبْ أَفَكُنْتِ يَا Ayyub? Yes, and that's a lie. So he followed the Quran. And then he said, would you do something like that, Abu Ayyub? Would you do that? He turned it around on her. You know why he did that? And then she said, no. Right? Everybody here knows that much Arabic. And he says, فَعَائِشَةُ وَاللَّهِ خَيْرٌ مِنْكِ. Aisha, I swear to God, she's better than you. She deserves better than you even asking the question. You shouldn't even brought the question up if it bothers you. I'm not saying anything, I'm just bothered. I feel like, We should talk about, no, we shouldn't talk about this. The way to deal with this kind of thing is to completely ignore it and to kill every conversation that comes up before it even takes hold. To walk away from those conversations, to declare disgust and detest from those conversations. That is the principle of Quran when it comes to this matter. So hard to live by. Because these conversations have so much chaat masala in them. You just want to get a little bit. You could be talking about anything, and somebody's talking about something. Oh, you just want to be a part of it, you know. This is the tragedy of this situation. Now let's go on with the story. لا أشعر بشيء من ذلك. So beautiful. She says, I had no clue what's going on outside. وهو يريبني في وجعي أني لا أعرف من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اللطف الذي كنت أرى منه حين أشتكي. She says, I did notice one thing though. The Prophet ﷺ is not as extra nice to me as he usually used to be every time I became sick. Because when I used to become sick, the Prophet ﷺ used to go out of his way to take extra care of me. Husbands, the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is when the wife is sick, you go out of your way to take extra care of her and not say, get away from me, you'll contaminate me. Disgusting. Sneezing again. Like, I know you're sick, but can you just make 2 rotis? Just do it. Just do it. I'm not even asking for my usual 4. You got to dote on the wife when she's sick. So now